It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Herbert. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play, and it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Home to try. 5-9. Hey, go Lion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And Xavier Worthy.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He's got the tight end. That's Gansler. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
At the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
Hey, Kappa. Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, ram. Hey, easy. Run. Let's go.
Herbert now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
36-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed. And pretty well executed there.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow. 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Chiefs at 4-10 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Yellow, yellow. I go up at 43.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Yellow. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chargers.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now the rookie's free. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Big play there. 53 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Well, let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds. But not before he's across the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Come on. Hit. Ready, right?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. How about the example right here?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd down and 10.
Hey, ram. Let's go.
Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And it gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Back to throw here. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Ram. Hey, Kappa.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. First down, Chargers.
Here's Herbert. That's complete. Lambert Smith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. It's complete. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
Chiefs 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Mahomes again. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
I see through your act and I still enjoy the show.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Let's go. Hop 70, hop 70.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Second and 10.
Kappa. 59.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Baylor tight. Hey, Kappa.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete all wide. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
I don't need to. 43!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. Becker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Panther 60. Home to try.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Chiefs 24. Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, 57. Yellow. I've got Lou Lane.
Mahomes will throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Here comes 2nd down.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw it. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Mahomes looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Mahomes. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got playing to catch.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Now he's loose again, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, which is 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that. We're programmed never to say never, but in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
31.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle.
For Kansas City.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for L.A., it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's another loss as they now fall